What's going on, everybody? This is Mr. Dickin, and in this video we're going to get a quick recap of something we learned back in our algebra days, and that is how to write equations of lines. Now, before we get too crazy into this, we do need to figure out just some key definitions. So here are the definitions that we'll be talking through, and we'll quickly give any formulas for ones that require it. So first and foremost, let's talk about slope. Slope is how steep a line is. Right there, I just drew a line that has a positive slope. Here is a line with a steeper positive slope. If we have a horizontal line, it would have a slope of 0. A vertical line has an undefined slope. There's a formula to calculate slope, and that formula is as follows. M, for slope, equals the change in y, so y2 minus y1, over the change in x, x2 minus x1. Anytime you have 2 points, an x1 and a y1, and an x2 and a y2, you can plug in the coordinates to figure out the slope of the line between those 2 points. We will be seeing some examples using that slope formula, so sit tight. Next, we have parallel lines. Parallel lines are 2 lines that never intersect. Parallel lines share the same slope. So parallel lines have the same slope. Perpendicular lines are lines that intersect at a 90-degree angle. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. And what that means is if the slope of one line, and I'm making this up, is say 3/5, then the slope of the perpendicular line would be negative 5/3. So opposite, one is positive, one's negative. Reciprocal meaning that fraction flips upside down. Horizontal lines, as discussed earlier, always have a slope of 0. Vertical lines have an undefined slope. Tangent lines are lines that intersect a curve at one and only one point on the graph. So here, I just have an example of a quadratic. A tangent line would be any line that intersects one time and one time only. Conversely, secant lines would be a line that has 2 or more intersection points to a curve. So here we have, yet again, a quadratic, and then this secant line intersects it at multiple points. Next, for writing equations of lines. The most common one that you're probably most used to is slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope value and b is your y-intercept, which is why they call it slope-intercept form, because you get those 2 pieces of info. Point-slope form gives you also 2 pieces. It gives you a point and a slope. Point-slope form is used pretty frequently in calculus, and it is as follows. Y minus y1 equals m times a quantity, x minus x1. M is still our slope, but y1 and x1 come from any random points on the graph specified as x1, y1. General or standard form is not as frequently used, but it is ax plus by equals c. And this is particularly helpful if you're trying to find x and y intercepts, but aside from that, it's not the greatest. The rules for general or standard form are that a should be positive, and a, b, and c have to all be integers. So a, b, and c have to be integers, which means no fractions, no decimals. From standard or general form, or standard form, we can calculate the x-intercept or the y-intercept. The way we would do this is by plugging in 0 for either the x or y value. The x-intercept is always going to be on the x-axis, which means it has a y value of 0. So if I just plugged in 0 for y, I'll get ax equals c. So the x-intercept is whatever c divided by a is. The y-intercept is going to be very similar, but the x value for any y-intercept is always 0. So if I plugged in 0 for x, this term cancels away. I'd have the equation by equals c. So the y-intercept is c divided by b. All right. Now that we have that basic definition, and again, that should be review for most of us, let's get into some examples here. This is just a recap of what we just wrote, but with fancier text. If you want to pause the video here, please feel free. All right. We're given the points 3, 2, and -1, 6. Anytime you're given 2 points, I would strongly advise starting off by finding the slope. We have 2 points, x1 and y1, x2 and y2. Let's calculate the slope. y2 minus y1, 6 minus 2, over x2 minus x1, -1 minus 3. Simplify this out. 6 minus 2 is 4, -1 minus 3 is -4. That reduces down to a -1. There's my slope. Now, if I want to write this equation in point-slope form, I need to choose either one of these 2 points. It doesn't matter which. I'll choose this first one, 3, 2. The equation in point-slope form would be y minus 2 equals that slope, which we just found, -1, times the quantity x minus 3. Or if you really wanted to, you could have done the other one. Y minus 6 equals -1 times x minus a negative, so plus 1. Both of these equations say the exact same thing. Now, if I wanted to write this in slope-intercept form, essentially all I have to do is take either one of these two and get y by itself. So I'm going to take this blue one and just focus on getting y by itself. So I'm going to isolate this y value. Now, to do that, I'm going to distribute that -1 into the parentheses first. So I'll have y minus 2 equals a -1x plus 3. Again, my goal here is to get y by itself. And now I just need to throw that -2 over to the other side by adding it. We would get y equals -1x plus 5. If I wanted this thing in standard or general form, well, that just means I need to have x and y both on the same side of that equal sign. So I'm just going to go from my slope-intercept form and bump that 1x over. This would be 1x plus y equals 5. And we're done. All right, let's do some more here. We have the same 2 points, so again, we're going to have the same slope, which was -1. Now, if we're talking parallel lines means same slope. Perpendicular lines, however, would be opposite and reciprocal. So this would be a positive 1 over 1, which is just 1. So we have all the information we need to write an equation through the given points, parallel or perpendicular. So I'll do this first one here. We're going through the point 2, -3. So y minus -3, y plus 3 equals -1 times x minus 2. And we'll stop there. The second one is going to be y plus 3 equals positive 1, x minus 2. Notice these two equations are the exact same except for the slope value. And if you think about it, that kind of makes sense because the slope is really the only thing that changes between parallel and perpendicular. All right, folks, that's it for this video. As always, good luck, have fun, be safe, roll tide.